In a stunning development that has rocked the WNBA, Angel Reese has been officially suspended by the Chicago Sky, following an alleged altercation with her own coach, marking a dramatic low point in what many now see as one of the most overhyped careers in recent league memory. Once paraded by the media as the next face of women's basketball, Reese has now become the symbol of a media narrative gone wrong. Her name now absent from the All-Star game entirely, not even making the list of reserves, despite months of promotion, press, and social media buzz. Her failure to crack the All-Star roster exposed a brutal truth. Media clout doesn't translate to basketball credibility. Reese was ranked 13th in fan voting, a humiliating outcome for a player who was supposed to be the future of the sport, while Caitlin Clark, her supposed rival, secured nearly 1.3 million votes and a unanimous media pick, proving that respect is earned on the court, not on TikTok. This devastating blow came after Reese publicly begged fans online to vote for her, running what amounted to a campaign for attention, only to be flatly ignored by both fans and fellow players, while Clark let her game do the talking and ran away with the spotlight. Angel's own stats tell the real story. She's averaging just 11.3 points and 11.9 rebounds on a dreadful 38.9% shooting percentage, a disappointing output for a 6'3" post player who was supposed to dominate the paint, numbers that not only fall short of expectations, but also underscore just how inflated her media image really was. While Caitlin Clark continues to fill arenas, hit game-winning shots, and lead her team with precision and poise, Reese is slipping further behind, her performance failing to live up to the headlines that once promised superstardom. Even the media that once lifted her up has started backing away. Major outlets like USA Today and Sports Illustrated, which once covered Reese relentlessly, left her off their all-star ballots entirely, a silent but damning statement that they no longer believe the hype. The fans, too, have caught on. Real basketball supporters want consistent, high-level play, not just interviews, selfies, and manufactured drama. And Reese's decline in support from every angle of the league is proof that social media fame means nothing when your shot won't fall. While Clark continues to break records and inspire a new generation with elite-level basketball, Reese's media bubble has burst, with once loyal journalists now ghosting her from coverage and pretending the hype never happened, leaving her stranded in a narrative that's completely unraveled. And now, the suspension from the Sky has only added fuel to the fire, as reports of a coach outburst show a player clearly losing control under the pressure of unmet expectations and a fading spotlight. The same media that crowned her is now abandoning her. And the WNBA, once eager to use her as a marketing tool, is now distancing itself in every way possible, making it clear that results matter more than noise. As the league, the press, and even her own team turn their backs, the question becomes whether Angel Reese can climb back from this collapse, or if she'll be remembered only as the player who was hyped to the heavens and crashed when it was time to deliver. With Caitlin Clark continuing to shine as the undisputed star, the message from the WNBA is clear. Headlines don't make legends. Hard work, leadership, and wins do. And right now, Angel Reese is on the outside looking in, her fall from grace cemented by a suspension that many see as the final chapter in a story the media no longer wants to finish. Even more alarming for Angel Reese is the complete abandonment by the very media outlets that once championed her rise. These weren't just casual mentions. Major sports publications like USA Today and Sports Illustrated had spent months painting Reese as a cultural icon and the future of women's basketball. Her face was everywhere, on magazine covers, in viral press conferences, and constantly trending on social media. But when the All-Star ballots were revealed, those same journalists went silent. Reese wasn't listed, she wasn't defended, she wasn't even acknowledged. Megan Hall of USA Today, who had previously written glowing articles about Reese's supposed impact on the league, left her off the ballot entirely. This wasn't a mistake, it was intentional. A quiet, strategic distancing from a player who failed to live up to the story they created. This absence from the ballots wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was the media's not-so-subtle way of saying they no longer buy what they were selling. In a league that's rapidly evolving and growing thanks to authentic, high-performing stars like Caitlin Clark, There is simply no room left for unearned praise. The shift is undeniable. Reese's name no longer sparks excitement, it raises eyebrows. It signals controversy, not credibility. And when journalists who once called her the next big thing now won't even check her name on a form, the writing's on the wall. The hype train has derailed, and the media, just like the fans, has moved on. And that brings us to perhaps the most telling event of all, Angel Reese's reported outburst that led to her suspension from the Chicago Sky. According to insiders close to the organization, Reese's frustration with her diminishing role and declining influence came to a head during a tense moment with her coach. Details are still emerging, but what's clear is that her behavior crossed a line. Bad enough for her own team to take action, this isn't a minor sideline disagreement. This is a professional athlete allegedly lashing out in a way that left the franchise no choice but to suspend her. That kind of behavior doesn't just show poor judgment. It reveals a lack of leadership, accountability, and composure. While Caitlin Clark leads by example, setting records and lifting her team through performance and poise, Reese is melting down in public and now behind closed doors. The very thing that once made her marketable, her boldness, her swagger, her larger-than-life personality, has spiraled into recklessness. It's no longer seen as confidence, it's being viewed as a liability. And in a league where team chemistry, respect, and professionalism matter just as much as talent, this incident could very well mark the beginning of the end of Reese's career at the top level. If the Chicago Sky no longer want to deal with the circus, how long before the rest of the league feels the same? All of this leads to one inevitable conclusion. Angel Reese's downfall isn't just about stats or voting, it's about trust. The fans trusted the media's promises that Reese was the next superstar. The media trusted the hype would turn into results. Her team trusted she'd mature into a leader, and now each of those groups has walked away. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark has done nothing but earn trust through consistency, sportsmanship, and elite-level play. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Clark is rising because she's delivering. Reese is falling because she never did. The All-Star results didn't lie. The media silence didn't lie. The team suspension didn't lie. These aren't isolated events. They're proof that the basketball world has made its choice. It's not just that Angel Reese isn't the face of the league, she's barely even a part of the conversation anymore. The league, the press, and the fans have all turned the page. Reese thought she could live off reputation. But reputation means nothing when you stop performing. In the WNBA, you don't get to ride fame. You have to earn it every game. And right now, Reese isn't earning anything but silence. The very spotlight that once followed her every move is now lighting the path for someone else. Caitlin Clark, the real leader of this new era. Angel Reese thought she was the future, but the future just passed her by.